Welcome to Be Seen Season 2. Hosted by yours truly, Divina, Duven.
Hola mis amores, this is your host Divina Duven, and we are back with another episode of To Be Seen. Today's guest is somebody who truly embodies what it means to be a multifaceted entertainer. She is a celebrated drag artist, host, mentor, and role model for so many entertainers in our community. Beyond the stage, she is also an incredible hairstylist, which work has been on national stages in shows like RuPaul's Drag Race. This year alone, she pushed herself to compete on 2 national pageants back to back, continuing to prove her dedication, discipline, and passion for the art of drag. She is a former Miss Indie Pride, former Naptown newcomer, and somebody whose impact reaches far beyond a crown or title. Please welcome to the To Be Seen stage, one more time, Aurora.
Hey everyone, I'm back again, and this time actually cross-dressed for the blessing of it all. Come on, intro. Oh
Of course, we had to give you your flowers.
made me feel all like warm and bubbly inside, and it wasn't my tuck.
Okay. Thank you again so much for doing this again. You were one of our first guests on season 1, so you got all of this started, and look where we are now.
I feel so blessed and so highly favored to be back again, and thank you for letting me. You guys keep growing, and it's only getting bigger and better than ever, and I'm so excited to be...
Again, we're so happy and so honored, and I personally am so happy that I get to do this with you one more time. Just to get us started, have you been? I know it's been a while since last time we got to talk on this platform, so how are things?
Baby, from the pageants to everything, we are rocking and rolling, moving and grooving, one wig at a time. I mean, you know how it is. We've been doing it. We've been here, there, and everywhere. And honestly, it's just such a blessing to get to do this stuff on another day, from working to doing wigs every single day to traveling literally everywhere, all across the continents. Oh, ding.
It feels crazy because I feel like ever since January, we have been just nonstop doing things. Like every time there's going to be a break of something, there's just like
Girl, no.
something else, another pageant.
And there's not going to be a pageant for a second because our girl Celeste already won the title for us that we could not win. Oh, wait, no. You're Miss Springfield
I'm like,
newcomer,
well,
baby.
fuck my drag.
Miss Springfield newcomer over here, baby.
But-
I'm just the only one who can't compete.
Okay. But we are so proud of you for all of the display of artistry that you showed at both of your national runs this year. So even though you didn't take home the crown, you showcased yourself so beautifully and put your name out there in such a huge way. So something that you should be so proud of. We're gonna touch base on pageantry and all of that a little bit later on the episode. But for now, I just wanted to ask a few more questions that I didn't get to ask last time, just for our audience to get to know you a little better and hear some stories from how you got started and all of that.
Ooh.
I wanted to ask you if you remember your first ever performance as Aura.
Well, I try not to remember my first ever performance as Aura, but if I have to count it, it was one show that I went to when I was 17 years old, and I just was I was in my Goodwill sateen dress, feeling my pussy puss cunt with my little clip-on ponytail.
Okay.
37 inches of plastic, no more of that. And it was my actually first drag mom, Venus, who was like, you want to do a number? And I was like, I guess. And she cued the song, and we did I Look Fucking Cool by Adore Delano and Alaska Thunderfuck.
Iconic.
Yeah, I ended up with like a cut up eye and, busted everything, but I think she was busted at the time anyways, so.
You mentioned Adore Delano, and this is going to lead us right into our next question, which is, what are some of your inspirations? And that can be either from the world of drag or outside of drag, and just like some influences that have made you the person that you are today, many, many years later.
Yes. So I definitely want to say my mama from the beginning, like my fashion icon, always letting me dress her up, name her heels. And from there, it was always definitely like Lady Gaga, of course, gay. And going up from there, it was also when I discovered my first ever drag queen, which was Sherry Vine's YouTube parodies. And I was like, baby, this is a very suspiciously looking woman. I was like, there's more to this, and I got to see what's going on here. And from there, I just fell in love with drag.
That is so beautiful, and I love that you carry so many important people with you throughout everything that you do. Another question that I wanted to ask, and that I'm curious to know, and I'm sure that the people watching at home would love to know this as well. What has been some of the best piece of advice that you have received throughout your entire career?
You may or may not have heard this piece of advice before, but after losing once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, it's wait, why did I forget it?
It's not about winning.
It's not about wait, no, wait. It was my second drag mother, Anna Crucis, who told me after the 18th time of losing, winning isn't everything, but wanting to is.
And that has been a quote that we have been saying to each other for like so much this year.
Yeah, a little
it
too many
feels like.
times. We've been saying this to
But
each other.
I think what's important is that we do have that drive and that passion to wanting to put ourselves out there and wanting to win. And even if we don't have the crowns to prove it or the titles to
Yes.
prove it, I think we're still winners in so many ways.
And I think that you would also agree that even when we do lose, per se, we win opportunities or just even the respect from legends in our community and even just our peers and everything, because it takes a whole lot of balls to step out on a stage in front of a panel where people are judging you. I mean,
Yeah.
people are always
Yeah.
judging, but
Especially on a national stage where, again, you don't only get to be judged by all of the people in the audience, the people watching at home on live streams, but also crazy panel of judges as far as huge names in the industry and people that we look up to.
Absolutely.
And at the end of the day, getting like feedback and comments from them is just a win in itself.
absolutely.
And then to wrap up this segment of the interview, the last question is, what part of yourself have you learned to protect the most?
Ooh, I would say something, especially within this past recent year and months, is something that I've learned to protect is my peace. I am someone I have a badass anxiety. I'm always thinking about the thing next week that I'm not going to be able to go do, and all of the feelings that I'm gonna feel because I'm not able to do such or participate in such. But being such a busy person, I've realized that I have to always put myself first at the end of the day, because if I'm not protecting my peace, then I can't be there to protect the ones that I love. And that's been something that I have realized, is that the people who do love me and the people who care about me are going to be understanding of those things too. So I have to put myself first in order to be able to be there for others.
I completely agree, and I think you do that so beautifully. And it's so important to put the person behind everything we do first in order to be able to, again, be the best version of ourselves.
Yes, absolutely.
I feel like a lot of times, and I have even felt this too, the character or the persona can get in the way a lot. So it's very important to sit back down sometimes and take care of the person that's behind all of it.
Absolutely. I so agree with that too. And it is okay to say no sometimes. It's okay to say no to a show or an opportunity. There will be more that come leading up to that as well. And also, you have to take care of the person that's behind the makeup, the wig, and everything too, because at the end of the day, when you stop taking care of that person to where your heart lies, that's when you do fall apart. That's when you fall out of love with the art form of drag and everything. So it is okay to step back, protect yourself, take care of the person behind everything. And yeah.
Thank you so much, Aurora, for all of your insight and sharing all of this information with us and our To Be Seen audience.
Now I can't wait to read some bitches. Let's
Okay, let's get into it. I hope you're enjoying this week's episode of To Be Seen. You can see our guest, Aurora, performing on the Sirens of 16th Street this Friday, July 31st at Grexter Place. Bloomington Pride is back with Pride Fest on August 22nd of 2026. Enjoy DJs, drag, comedy, vendors, food trucks, and so much more. Night School Musical by the Indie Drag Theater is opening in less than a month. Make sure to get your tickets for any shows during the run that'll go from August 21st to the 30th. Welcome back. it seems like the phone has been ringing for forever. So I think you should pick it up, or I think it's for you.
Hello?
Ooh, girl. The voicemail segment on To Be Seen is jumping, bitch. Hey, mama. It's your firstborn, Aria. I'm sending this in to have a little fun, and I did have a lot of fun with pondering on what the fuck I could talk about with you, because, bitch, we have so many things to talk about. And I definitely went down the line. I'm like, girl, we could start with the meeting at Mass. We could start with the time that we got titty bibs together, all the road trips, the long nights, the hooking, the trade, bitch, the Kalamazoos, the needing to see the moon. If you know, you know. But then I thought, bitch, it is not me if I don't make it a little sentimental and a little emotional, and have some depth with the question, so I get an answer that has depth. Yeah. So, with that said, I pose a question for you. With where you are at today in your success and the ladder of success that you have climbed, as well as the name that you have made for yourself and continue to make for yourself, how does it make you feel now, knowing all of the trials and tribulations that you had to face to get where you are today? And I'll use this as an example. One being the times that we would go out to events, shows, anything related to drag, and you'd be in full motherfucking geesh, head to toe, bitch, dressed to the nines, when there's other entertainers in the room that either came up with you or shortly after you, not in drag, getting special shout-outs, their little one, their two, their little bit of recognition. Because this happened quite often. So, again, how do you feel with where you are at today in your success about those types of trials and errors that you've had to face within your own community? And how has it built you to be the entertainer and the persona that is Aurora today?
Ooh, there's a little more.
And I leave you with this. Bitch, I am forever grateful for you, forever proud of you, forever inspired by you. Bitch, I love you. And again, because I haven't said it in a couple of days, complacency ain't never met you, bitch, and never will.
Let's shut that raggedy hoe up already. Now, let me tell you something. There's definitely a reason that she's a part of the family, because I don't know how to shut up, and that girl definitely don't know how to shut up either.
For all of those of you who don't know, that was my older sister and most beautiful sister, Aria Amethyst.
Well, why, yes, my firstborn, and then you had to come and stretch and gate me even more. What was the question? I'm just playing. To my knowledge, her question was how we got our titty bibs, and that is a X-rated story, so we will not talk about that. But no, the trials and tribulations that have gotten me like here per se, and like being in the room formulating around this question on what she asked. But I would say that I'm like I'm proud of definitely like where I am. But I also like complacency hasn't met me, because I'm also not comfortable at all. Within like every week, every weekend, you see behind the scenes of everything. Even if it's some chicken shit gig, I'm setting a new wig, I'm making a new outfit, something to test myself. And I think that goes with like my will and determination that like I don't want to be comfortable. I find that like the comfort is a killer, and I'm not where I want to be. I don't know absolutely where I see myself 100%, but I'm figuring it out day by day. And I find that the trials and tribulations of me working, moving, and grooving are getting me to that point where my destiny is set to line up.
I feel like not only Aria, but so many people that have seen you grown and have known you for a while. How does it feel hearing somebody talk about you with that much admiration and respect?
well, I want to act like I'm gonna act like I didn't know what was coming on the other end of that phone. But Arya being the gutted, rotted, hooker that she is, she may or may not have already spoiled the shit.
I'm screaming.
Because if one thing's for certain, we can't keep any secrets in this family. And when she's messaging me the other day, like, hey girl, have you heard about the surprise segment on Divina's podcast?
Well, thank you, Aria.
I was like, I mean, yeah, but how would you have known about it, girl?
Right.
So, I mean, I've definitely got to hear that from her again. And then I was like, oh, well, don't tell me anything more. And then she's like, all right, girl, but I just wanted to let you know complacency has never been a thing with you. And I'm just so proud of you. I was like, thanks, girl. I'll hear it once then, and I'll hear it again now. But I love you so much, Aria. We are dumb, but we are not stupid. And
Screaming.
that's our girl.
We love you so much, Aria. Thank you for taking the time to send a message to her mother. And with that, we're going to close our new segment called The Voicemail. Thank you for watching To Be Seen. Here's some shows and events that we wanted to highlight on today's episode. First up, the next and last edition of Transplant, hosted by Incarnate Artform, happening at the Back Door on August 15th. Incarnate is moving, so make sure you come out and celebrate this beautiful show and wish a farewell to its creator and host. This is one you don't want to miss. Next, we wanted to highlight Drag Wave, an alternative drag open stage and competition, hosted by Giselle Vontrell and Calico Magic Waffle. This is happening on August 16th at the Melody Inn. And on Saturday, August 22nd, Heroes vs. Villains, a queer competition hosted by Alexa Pro and Grapefruit at People's Brewing Co.
While we pause, a little lipstick on your teeth.
Okay.
It's not a lot. It was just a light stain. Perfect. Divina, that topper might need combed a little bit.
Girl.
You need a rake to get to
No,
go
literally.
through that. I pulled this out of the bag yesterday because I was like, ooh, I'm gonna wear some just fish gendered hair, and then baby, she was ran through. She looked like she had been the pass around party bottom Wiggalina Dupree. Whew.
Are you recording this?
Yes.
Okay, good. Welcome back to Be Seen. We have in the studio my drag mother, Aurora. And now we have reached the part of the show where we get to spill a little bit of tea and things get a little bit less serious. And we get to talk about some crazy experiences we had at the beginning of this year. Before we did this, I know we kind of agreed that we wanted to touch base on pageants specifically, since that has been a lot of our life, I would say, for the last almost year, if we count like the getting ready and everything.
Yeah. Where do we start is the question. Like, which one do we start at? Do we just want to start in like chronological order?
Yeah, I think we should do that.
Recaps?
Yes.
And
so back in January.
Yes, Miss Glamorous Newcomer, Tammy Faye won Most Beautiful, and I could not believe it. And baby,
I feel like that was such a surreal experience overall because of how things went. Like, I don't want to discredit anybody. I think
absolutely not.
I think Malamia is such an incredible and sickening diva. Like, her evening gown, delicious, and
Delicious
I
on
need
you,
it.
pretty.
Like, I need to buy it from her.
oh girl.
But we were definitely a little plucked. Like, I do remember being in the audience and you won presentation with your Jimmy Neutron look, which is legendary. Like, the hair. Come
baby,
on.
just a little bus driver wig it was, right?
They kept naming kind of like the placements and then they didn't said Aura. So we were convinced that my mother was taking the crown, but
Things happened.
happened.
And then I decided to register the next day at Disney World in line for Miss Glamorous, because
I feel
Why
like,
not?
again, back to what Aria said, complacency has never met you, and you are always going to root for the things that you're passionate about, and you
Yes.
never give up, which I love about you.
Thank you. And I was the first girl to jump from newcomers straight into the big girls Miss Main Division. So I am proud of that. And I brought a whole entire new package. which I'm also very proud of. Got to make some sickening content out of it and got to make some amazing memories with some of the people I love.
I feel like that was a huge part of it. And even though that there were things that we were not super happy about, those two experiences, I feel like the memories that we made along the way and just getting to travel to a different state and staying at the hotel together.
Yes, the slumber parties.
Like, so much fun. I want to bring it back to something a little bit more serious one last time, I promise, for the episode. But I know this is something that you went through and something that I personally went through as well on my pageant run. And it's kind of with dealing with the aftermath of working so hard for something and preparing so hard for something and having kind of like an idea of how things are going to go in your head. And then whenever things don't play out your way, it can be a really hard hit to your confidence. So I would love for you to speak a little bit on that and how you have been able to just get yourself out of that maybe dark hole and push yourself to keep going.
Well, as much as me and my inner saboteur love to be inside of a dark hole, I have always learned from Jessica Lange that there is no biggest killer in this world than false hope. It is literally the killer, and especially when you hype yourself up to something, you see the whole vision, you see it all in front of you, and then when it's ripped away, you almost lose a sense of identity with yourself. You almost don't know exactly where you're going to go next because you had already like hyped up your future, especially when you have so much of a community behind you and you feel almost as if you've let so many people down. That was something that I really struggled with Miss Glamorous Newcomer, was because I had a benefit show. There was a streaming party at home. I had such a, almost like identity crisis. I didn't know what to do. I almost felt embarrassed too, to like even come home and everything. But at the end of the day, like I realized how proud I was. Like I literally could not have changed a single thing about what I had done. And I also don't know what I would have done had I not had you guys, like everyone in my corner too, in the family who was all at that Airbnb when I was having a complete mental breakdown, left where trade left me. I knew that I could walk in that door and you guys were all in open arms and just showered me in hugs and love. And I just had to take a deep breath, take a shot of tequila, and know that tomorrow will come and there will always be another day. I've been through worse in my life. There are third world countries at war. Me losing a little cross-dressing pageant at the end of the day does not mean anything.
And as we said at the beginning, there are so many other ways in which you won.
Oh,
and I feel like a lot of that also lives in our heads in a way. Because for the people at home, the people that are supporting us, our drag family or real families, like they are beyond proud of us by just like stepping on that stage in itself and by just taking the opportunity. So I don't think we disappoint anybody at the end of the day. So I think that being ashamed and that blow to your confidence at the end of the day lives within your head. So it's kind of important to remind yourself that you're still that girl.
Well, thank you. And I think like something with like mindset and everything as well was when my mindset going into the Miss Glamorous, the main division, was that I was doing it for me. I knew realistically after everything playing out that I had not a single shot at winning at all. So I went into it with fun. I did it for myself. I just wanted to prove my presence, I guess, too, that I wasn't going to like back down from anything too. I feel like that's so important, is to never shy down from those above telling you that you can't do something. I got looked at left and right by people who were like, who's this little girl coming in thinking that she's something? But guess what? At the pool party when no one was swimming, my ass did a cannonball and jumped and splashed all these bitches ruining their makeup at the pool party. So we'll make that up.
As you should. And you still made like not only a huge statement by deciding to jump from newcomer to the actual Miss division, but also what you showed on stage and how your package was maybe superior would be a word to like many of the girls that were on that stage. So you definitely measured up to these huge names and people that have been in the industry for literally decades.
It's a shame that you couldn't see it from where you were sitting.
Girl. So
quick recap of that. Let's go ahead.
Yeah. So we go back to Orlando. a few months later to support Aurora.
Traveling
again,
across the country, not once, but twice.
twice within like such a short period of time. And we were so excited as soon as tickets went out. We went and bought the entire first row of tickets.
VIP, mind you.
Right. That happened to be not the regular price, but VIP. So they were a little bit more expensive. We didn't get anything.
I was
VIP.
say, what is it? What do you get as a very important person at the Miss Glamorous pageant?
So what you get when you buy a more expensive ticket at the Miss Glamorous pageant is a complete obstructed view of the stage and the screen.
Well, at least some of these girls look better.
I think I was glad that we were obstructed view because of all of the AI that some of these bitches used on their package. So I'm kind of glad that my eyes didn't have to suffer through all of that. But unfortunately, I still had to hear some of it. But in all seriousness, we were so disappointed and so upset because the venue did try to take accountability and do their best to do something for us because, at the end of the day, we spent like $800, I think, in tickets.
It's not pocket change. On top of traveling across the country.
Yeah.
And for Nick doing free content for every individual contestant at Miss Glamorous Newcomer.
And that was just the beginning. We had to literally go stand in the back with no seats to be able to see the pageant. And when we get back, obviously, we wanted some sort of resolution to the problem because, again, we spent a lot of money on these tickets that we couldn't even enjoy, especially this being like a VIP ticket. And if you are out there listening to this and you are thinking about competing at the glamorous pageantry system, all I can say is that, yes, that prize money might look appetizing and might look like something that you would want to get, but I don't think it's worth to work with people that are this unprofessional.
And I mean, until you change your legal license plate and registration number to a Florida resident, then you might have a chance at that national title. But that's where we digress.
As you said, if you put two and two together, it's kind of interesting that, again, all of the winners are from Florida. So if you...
And two of the judges didn't even put their names on the score sheets, and how each time it was just in both January and March. The judges also weren't decided until the week of, and two of them just happened to not be able to be there, so they had to get fill-in judges the days of, which was very interesting. Oh, and no one sticks around for any critiques afterwards either, so you don't get to hear anything live from any of the people. And
plus, very interesting and conflicting scoring decisions once you get to see the score sheets, because you get to receive comments like, I wish you were wearing rollers in your hair.
Girl, when I got rollers in my hair, what you mean?
And it wasn't just one or two.
Okay, daughter, I'm feeling heated already. I think we have a few systems to move on.
Yeah.
But no, because now we got to get started. Oh, we can't say too much there because you're going to be a next former. But I could say something about.
Yeah. The next stop for us after Miss Glamorous was me competing at Miss Continental Newcomer in April, and it was a very interesting experience.
It was a sickening experience. Like, I mean, getting to see all these like legends in person and everything was sickening.
I think it was like a dream come true on itself, like just by looking at the videos and all of it. It's definitely a system that I am planning to go back to, and that I still like had a great experience in.
You did, and you had such an amazing, beautiful showing of yourself.
But there were a few things that I wish were a little different, like the dressing.
When did you get your registration packet? I've competed in enough pageants to know that that's crazy. When you want to prepare for something like to its ultimate experience, especially when there are no preliminaries and everything to this national title, you want to know each and every way to make sure that you will not get any points deducted. And also, needless to say, this was also like something that I had problems with, was me not getting critiques back like in person, but you didn't even get judges' sheets back.
Yeah, I did not get anything critiques at all for this pageant. So I know my score for each category. I know where I placed on the lineup of all of the girls, but I have no idea where I went wrong, what I did wrong, how I can improve.
And girl, you can't even get thinking that this is going to have any implication on your future, because at the end of the day, if they can't even figure out how to send out a registration to their paid contestants, they're definitely not going to be able to figure out how to work the YouTube. So, to be seen, we're waiting for them.
To be determined. Okay.
I just thought about something, girl.
Yeah.
So there was this girl. So I had wanted to do Continental Newcomer myself. I've been doing drag 9 years now. I'd wanted to do it a few years ago, but I had been doing drag 5 years at the time. I was told that you were only allowed to do Continental Newcomer. You are only eligible if you've been doing drag for like 4 or 2 years or less.
I think 3 years or less.
Yes. And there was a girl who had been doing drag the same amount of time. I'm not going to say her name. Who had been doing drag the same amount of time as I have. And she is sickening. Girl, she could mollywop and de-wig me in a pageant.
Yeah, she could do any Miss Division and
set up a GoFundMe, everything. Had raised already like $5,000 for her package and everything. And I was just, it wasn't even me like thinking that like, oh my God, like just being like bitter boots. It was more so bitter boots that like I wasn't allowed to do it, but just because she had connections with the former Continental people that she was allowed to do it.
And also what didn't sit right with me was that on her kind of like pitch of saying why she wanted to compete and get this title is that she wanted to win so she could qualify to compete at Miss Continental in the fall, because that's a part of the prize package. Like if you win newcomer, you have the opportunity to compete for Miss Continental.
Yeah.
So in a way, it seemed like an easy pass because this girl is not at the level of the newcomers at all. Like she would have won this pageant.
It was
like,
very
no
opportunistic.
Questions asked. Yeah.
Very opportunistic.
And you were not the only one because they did address it at registration. They did say that there were like several people that said something. Plus, like this person had been already on like some competition TV shows, like literally internationally, pretty much. So that was handled. But yeah, that was like another little thing that happened with this pageant journey.
Spicy. Hot fuego. So,
yeah,
Miss Divina Duven, you are...
Which, let's talk about that really quick. That was something that was kind of like a joke that was born in between us to be like Divina Duven. And it made its way to other people to the point where I literally got introduced at a show like that.
What show?
One time at Greg's.
Girl, of course you did.
Please welcome to the stage, Divina Duven. Like screaming.
Well, I be telling the girls you're Divina Duven and then Miss Duvet if you're nasty. That.
Okay, that's for the after hours events.
The package afterwards. But yes, you are our Miss Springfield Pride 2026. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, so I'm currently living in Illinois right now, as most of you know, and there was this pageant called Miss Springfield Newcomer, and I saw the flyer randomly on Facebook. It was like later that week. It was shortly after I went to Miss Continental Newcomer, and I still had the itch. I still had the
desire
of like not only competing again, because I do enjoy it. I really enjoy competing in a pageant setting, but also wanting to win something and get some recognition. So I decided, why not? I told Nick about it, and it turns out that Nick had to work that day on Springfield, Illinois. So it worked perfectly. I already had the package. The presentation was black and white crystal ball, and I already had an outfit that fit those categories. I had my talent, evening gown, like everything ready. So I decided to go, and I ended up winning.
Yeah, girl, you looked at these girls who've been preparing for this pageant like it was their Continental Newcomer, and you spit in their faces and called their drag tacky in 7 different languages and took that crown home. As you should!
Which, to any of the girls watching this, y'all were sickening and great competition. It's all jokes.
No,
Like,
it is,
yeah,
all,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
all a joke. I am friends
But-
with some of them, and that's just me hyping up because
Yeah.
after we lose, we have to make some light of it all. But
Right.
they're going to come to compete next year, but that's the thing, though. You're going to be in their inboxes, helping them, getting them to that point, because that's what a
Yeah.
queen is all about.
Yeah.
It's not about just going in, taking the crowns, taking the notoriety of it all. It's also just like something I did when I was Miss Snaptown Newcomer. It's not, come do this so I can fill out and get
Right.
contestants. It's, what can I do to get you to this point? What can I do? How can I help you with hair? How can I help you with costumes? What advice, what connections do you need to get to where you want to be? How can we help you be the best possible version of yourself that you can be? And I definitely feel like you being Miss Springfield Newcomer is going to bring so much light to that pageant system. I think that you are such a necessity for it because, too, you're going to take and help build up that community more and all those girls who came to be.
Thank you. I completely agree. I feel like I have so many plans and ideas of things that I want to do during my reign. And then I think it was a great opportunity for myself to introduce myself to the central Illinois and Illinois scene in general, meeting new people, getting new gigs, and yeah, just for people to learn who I am and my name if they don't know it yet. I want to thank you so much again for being in this chair one more time and for being a part of this project. This is going to wrap up season 2 of To Be Seen. So we are so honored that we got to not only start with you this chapter, but also end this new chapter. And I'm sure there will be more times. I feel like at this point you're gonna have to come back for season 3. Like it's gonna have to be a thing.
And you know what? We think the tea was just like starting to get piping this time. Next time it's gonna be they'll know me at that point.
Just wait and see. I feel like there's so much more that we could talk about, but at the end of the day we don't want to get canceled like
Ooh. I know, now that we're getting fired up, it is just beginning. Thank you so much, though, for having me. Thank both you, Divina, and Nick for putting all this together. I think it is such an amazing thing that you guys are doing for the community to showcase such a different side of different performers that's off stage. We all have different personalities on and off stage, so it's so fun getting to see that other side of them. And I think that you guys are so creative in the ideas that you are having and doing something that is so new and so different from anything that anybody else in Indiana is doing. So I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited to be a part of your journey. And I'm so honored to be back here again, a part of this monumental moment of being seen. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Mother. And thank you to everybody watching at home. Thank you for another incredible season of To Be Seen. Make sure that you share, comment, like, and just give us your thoughts and all of the support. Thank you again for everything. This has been not only To Be Seen with Aurora, but also the wrap of season 2 of To Be Seen. Thank you. We love you. Bye.
Yay! Pyramid. Girl, I was just getting fired up.